Cross-examination for testimony number 4 about the sequence of events. Of course, the lantern fell to the ground after the incantation of Mindez. Sploosh.
Hold it!
Sploosh. Is that really the greatest sound effect you can come up with? The lantern fell to the incantation. You positive about that? I say, I'm positively positive that I'm positive. I heard a voice and then sploosh. That's sploosh without the sound of the lantern hitting the ground. Indeed, but of course, do you see? But if you look at the lantern, you'll see that the glass is shattered. You specifically said you heard a sploosh. Shouldn't you have heard the sound of the glass shattering as it hit the ground? The sound of glass shattering? I'm afraid I failed to catch your drift. Wait, what? What's this? Mary, why'd you have a thing? Why'd you have a thing above your head? Mary? Why'd you have a thing? I was present in an area a bit further away from the crime scene, you see. I have no recollection of hearing such a sound. No recollection? Precisely so. I'll have you know I can easily hear a dog bark across town. Not understand my hearing. Mary, why'd you have a thing? Why is there a thing above your head? What is that doing there? There's nothing interesting in this testimony. Will the witness with the ghost please proceed with her testimony? Huh? You mean us? You startled us, didn't you, Snowy? No, really, what was that? What was that?
Hold it!
I'm confused. But earlier, he states that Miss Campbell had the lantern hanging from the wrist. Well, not quite. We didn't say for certain. We only believed it was on her wrist. Believed? Yes, precisely. You know how you stiff milk when you're not quite sure if it's gone bad? And then your nose is salted by that foul odor you weren't expecting? Well, it's a bit like that. Heed my words, madam. Do not make a habit of stealing for your own safety. This is a public service announcement. Comes to you from Inspector Batman. We said we're sorry, please. It's all Snowy's fault. Okay. Anyway, can you confidently say we both saw the milk bunny, right, Precious? And as for lantern falling, we don't know much about that, do we? No, schnookums. I think it's quite interesting. One thing that this game's done quite well is this whole 4-person in courtroom thing. I think I quite like it. Because it kind of shows over time, you know, the fact that they were all kind of colluding to make their story together. And now they've kind of all started separating off into different directions. I think that's really quite an interesting dynamic that we've never really seen before. Like, we see one testimony, like, kind of spin out of control as you get more and more lies creeping in. But with 4 people, the way they all kind of fracture out from each other is really quite interesting.
Hold it!
So how can we tell that the lantern has did a thing because of the thing? What do you mean? Well, maybe the mud was already on the lantern before any of this happened. Did you ever think of that? Before any of this happened? Like, maybe it'd been there since last week. It did rain last week too, after all. Take a flower. And if that's the case, then there really is no any point arguing about whether or not she dropped the lantern, right? Oh, indeed. What say you, Defender? I say take a close look at the lantern. You'll notice there's mud on the glass. Mud on the glass? The lantern wouldn't be very useful with all the mud blocking out the light. Miss Kira, I'd say a little theory regarding this lantern is muddy at best. Oh, God. That earned a face palm. Ah! I can point some witnesses till the cows come home. Point! Point! Do all the pointing. But that wouldn't turn this testimony into anything I can use. We've got to find a lead somewhere. Okay, what else? His eyes do not lie. I saw the lantern in the accused hands when the incantation was uttered.
Hold it!
What do you have to say for yourself then? This is important. Are you sure you really saw that lantern? Always with the speech bubble. I'm going to have to press that again, I think. You're at a penny bakery, you're not? It is not your place to tell me what's important. There is but one thing of importance. Ridding this town of its witches as quickly as possible.
Objection!
Hardly. I'd say this is far more important. What? We're trying to find out the truth here. Ellipses. How absurd! That girl is a witch, I say! A witch! Burn the witch! I will stake my interest in the Knights of the Inquisition on it. Listen well, whelp. Yes, Sir Barnum. Many young men within the ranks of the knight share your level of passion. However, you let your ambition completely blind you. The same way that a muddy lantern leaves one blind and helpless in the dark. Ah! Wait, is Barnum on our side? Is Batman on our side? Yes, indeed. I would say he's quite the tough motivator. What do you think, Nick? Did you notice anything fishy? Yeah, I noticed a speech bubble appear above Mary's head when we did a thing. I think maybe something I could use. Really? Wow! I didn't hear anything special. But did you see anything special? There was definitely something out of place with that one witness's testimony. It was something I haven't noticed from any of the other witnesses so far. It appears to me I've found something, Mr. Wright. A full witness cross-examination. This is something I've never done before. But then, maybe there's another way I should be tackling this. I believe it's worth trusting that situation, Mr. Wright. Okie dokie, let's try pressing that old man one more time. See, I said I was going to do that. See? I know what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing. Pressing all the things. The lads have after the incantation. Are you positive about that? I say I'm positively positive. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we've seen this. Sploosh sound lands hitting the ground. That's fine. Wait, the sploosh is probably the sound of something falling into the milk. I don't know. Sploosh is more of a milky sound than a muddy sound, let's be honest. If you look at the lantern, you'll notice the glass is shattered. You specifically said you heard a sploosh. Shouldn't you have heard the sound of this glass shattering when it hit the ground? The sound of glass shattering? No, I'm afraid I failed to catch your drift. What is that?
Hold it!
Oh, there we go. There it is, right there. I knew I heard something strange. I heard the sound of ellipses. Oh my god, this game's got ellipses power. That's what it is. Huh? But old Greybeard didn't say anything weird. No, it's not the old guy that said something weird. It's the person next to him. Next to him? That facial expression. Oh my god. Oh, look there, Professor! The goat lady! She looks really deep in thought! It would seem she has noticed something odd in this elderly gentleman's testimony. Ah! That's right, these cross-examinations, we have 4 witnesses. Hey Nick, it looks like we're not the only ones paying attention to these testimonies. Well, I bloody hope that someone else in this courtroom is paying attention to the testimonies. Although, given these games, I'm not entirely sure most of the time. You're right, which means if they're all listening to each other's testimonies. Correct, Mr. Wright. Each witness is fully aware of themselves and their own actions when in the middle of their own testimonies. However, it is while listening to testimonies of others that the witnesses may sometimes reveal the most valuable information. I see, it's habitual. They can't tell they're doing it, but I can. And I'm going to use it to turn the tide back in our favour. It's the power of ellipses. In fact, I do believe that I may have spotted our first opening in which to test this new technique. Mr. Wright, can I draw your attention to the touchscreen? Oh, the touchscreen, of course! The one that I have right in front of me, in this completely technologically backwards world! Sliding the magnifying glass during a witness's testimony allows you to shift your focus across to another witness. Oh, a new UI element! Oh, yes! That's what we need. New UI element. Gimme. Gimme a new UI. Come on, give me a new UI element. It's the other 3 witnesses listening. It's just a matter of catching them off guard and questioning them. What are you waiting for, Nick? Let's give it a shot. How about we try questioning the goat lady next to old Greybeard? All I have to do is slide the magnifying glass over to that witness. Give me the new UI. Oh, look at that new UI element. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. We can question any of them on what he said. That's... Oh, I love that so much. Go on then. Hang on! It's a new one! Excuse me, Miss Mary. Oh! Did you mean us? But still, I have nothing else left to say. I knew it. I caught it completely by surprise. Mr. Wordsmith just gave his testimony. He told us about the sound he heard when the lantern fell to the ground. Mr. Wordsmith didn't seem too sure, but I wonder if you might have something to say about this. Huh? Well, that's... very shocking. Is that all right, Sir Barnum? Maybe answer the question? No, you may not. Do what you will, madam. There is no need for formalities. Well, we'll try and explain more, Miss Snowy. The truth is, we did hear something. See, if that was Edgeworth, he'd just be like, no, you can't answer. you can't answer a question. Jeez. That is to say, we heard the sound of the lantern's glass shattering. We're sure of it. It was frighteningly loud. It quite startled us, didn't it, Snowy dear? I listened in the direction of the sound, but I couldn't see anything, let alone the girl or those two thieves. It was a tad dark after all. When the glass shattered, the flame inside must have gone out, as she could not see them. That seems to be the gist of it. Then it appeared in the darkness. I heard it. You heard it? What did you hear exactly? You know, that! I heard the incantation for the spell Ignaze. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So that was after the lantern smashed? Okay. Why can no one tell the truth? Like, they don't have any reason to lie. They just do. It's just habitual at this point. And why did everyone use ellipses? Even Layton's using ellipses now. It's contagious. We got Phoenix using ellipses, the Judge using ellipses, Layton using ellipses, Batman using ellipses, everyone. What did you say? No! Now hold it right there, witness! Yes, my lord! The glass shattered when the lantern fell, and after that you've heard the spell incantation for spelling Ignaze. Do you swear to this call this is melted out correct? Yeah, maybe, I think. How about my testimony? What about my oratorical observation? That blasted spell Ignaze occurred first, and the lantern plummeted to the ground. I heard no such thing. There was no sound of shattering glass. Absurd! Simply absurd. So the lantern fell and the glass shattered. That does not change the very fact that this girl is a witch.
Objection!
Now none of the testimonies at all make sense with each other. That's a good thing. I hate to disappoint you, but that's not quite the case. In fact, this testimony changed things a lot. Wouldn't you agree, Inquisitor Batman? Ellipses! What is the meaning of this? Let's go over what we know so far. Let's go over the story so far! In order for which to use any magic, they must begin holding a witch's scepter. Not necessarily any magic. Ignaze, yes. Not necessarily any magic, Phoenix. You're extrapolating there. Bad Phoenix. Bad boy. And yes, none of the four witnesses saw the defendant holding a scepter of any kind. Well, the scepter was made to disappear with the spell to mirror, right? At the time of the crime, the two victims grabbed Miss Canterbella's arm, causing her to drop a lantern on the ground. If at the time she was in fact holding an invisible scepter, then the scepter must have fallen when she dropped the lantern. Now let's say hypothetically that Miss Canterbella really is a witch. She's a witch! Even the defense agrees! Burn her! Burn her! Okay, maybe not. In order to use any magic, she would have had to recite the spell before dropping the scepter. However, as our witness Miss Murray has just stated in her testimony, she heard the incantation for Ignaze after hearing the lantern's glass shatter. What? Oh. Ooh. You don't understand what that means, don't you? No, not at all. We don't have the power of logic. It means Miss Canterbella, supposed witch you've locked up, could not possibly have cast any magic. Boom! Therefore, the defendant, Despella Canterbella, is clearly in no way, shape, or form a witch. Wog, wog, bar, oh. What the hell was that? What the hell was that? Wordsmith, are you a balloon? Such frivolity! You don't realise what you're insinuating? You really think she is not a witch? Oh, such nonsense! Did any of you even listen to my testimony? We did, but you're wrong. There was no glass shattering. You call me a liar, miss. You can see the blood of the lantern, which is plain as day. What ridiculous claims, all of you! Oh, I've taken the toy sword, go back to playing pretend, Sir Knight. So it seems like the way to win a courtroom in this day and age is to make everyone fight. Witnesses, this is a court of law, not a playground. Must I remind you of the importance of these proceedings? We should let magic threaten our fair town of Labyrinthia. Your words here today could decide the fate of every citizen within our walls. Do you understand? Every single citizen? I'm not sure I fully understand that one. As such, I expect each of you to take your role seriously and testify honestly about what you saw. Ellipses. Further ellipses. Yet more ellipses. Extreme ellipses. Collective ellipses. My God, it's like every single thing you say is just like followed by 5 lines of just ellipses. In all my days as judge of this court, I've never seen your behaviour. Behaviour that leaves a cloud of doubt over the credibility of each of your testimonies. You've never dealt with Phoenix Wright, Ace Baker, attorney. Indeed, my lord, quite a miserable set of witnesses this lot. I see. It would appear this trial has come to a sudden halt. Huh? So, that must mean... Quite right, it means you have won this trial, Mr. Wright. Yay! We've won. Gavel cam. I can hardly believe the situation we found ourselves in. I had not anticipated this trial ending with such a strange turn of events. But due to these witnesses' dubious credibility, I can see no reason to continue. What say you, Inquisitor Batman? I say ellipses. As you wish, my lord. What is going on? They're actually going to let this witch run free around the tent. Wow. The crowd is so supportive of us. They really are. If it weren't for that meddling witch... TSM. TSM.
Hold it!
Who's this now?
Wait a blooming second.
Some guy.
This trial ain't even close to being over.
Some guy. Oh my god, please let that be his name. Please let him actually be called Some Guy.
Not before I take the stand to testify.
I don't care, this is canon, that's his name. Some Guy.
Order! Order! Who is this buffoon?
His name is Some Guy.
Behold! Who am I, you ask? Who am I?
Why, my name is Some Guy. Come on, come on, come on.
I'm the man that's gonna single-handedly save this trial. I'm the 5th witness.
Some Guy.
Say what? Huh?
What?
Even Barnum didn't see this one coming.
Just as I thought, the trial was going down the drain before I got here. Okay, you lot, assemble. We need a strategy meeting ASAP. I say, who are you? Thank goodness you showed up. We can't go now, everyone. It has come down to this. To arms, everyone. We shall do battle against that baker and that hat seller. Hat seller? Layton selling hats now? Oh my god. I can't believe this. What the heck's going on? I'd like to know. It seems a new witness has taken the stand. What's more, he appears to be quite the formidable witness. I heard reputation, that's about all I heard. This trial is still far from over. Oh my god, I love Snowy. Snowy's just trying to get involved. To be continued. Is that the end of chapter 2? Oh, that may actually be the end of chapter 2. Or it might just be like halfway through chapter 2. I don't know, getting a save prompt. We are indeed getting a save prompt. Well, this trial's taken a turn for the rather silly. So we've got some guy that's just kind of come in. He's just some guy, you know. He's just come in as the 5th witness. We've managed to pretty much get a pretty good case going for us here. We were about to win. I guess we're probably like halfway through the trial or something. I don't know. Next time I'm not actually sure what next time's going to be. If it is the end of chapter 2, then I guess next time's probably going to be like a Layton section or something. But it could also be just like a Phoenix Wright section. I don't know. Depends. Either way, The chapters in this game are incredibly long. That's all I have to say for myself. I've been Mindez. This has been Phoenix Wright versus Ace Attorney Layton Professor. No, that's wrong. Why don't I want to say Phoenix Wright first? I've been Mindez. This has been Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. That's better. Join me next time when we go on to whatever the heck is next. See you guys. Okay. No! No, it's not okay! It's not okay! It's not okay!